It's Week 15 of the National Football League, and we get to watch Nico Collins. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Texans and the Jets, and it's all up next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And we are underway from Houston. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. They go again with Pierce. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Foreman will try to pick it up. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deontay Foreman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, 13 carries, 56 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job. This week when they spoke with us, did that? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
Here's 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most favorite group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. He's past the 30. And he won't quite take it all the way, but still what a return. He gets that to the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep him out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
He's Kevin Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Tank Dell now to return it, fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Back to Foreman on first. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. They run again with Foreman. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
They run it on first with Foreman. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Pierce now up the middle. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now a handoff for Pierce. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The extra point up and good. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it as we resume action. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff-worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And out across midfield down to the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. To throw is Rodgers. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. Now it's Rodgers. Gets this complete to Shaheed. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
It's a pickup of 6.
This second and 4.
At the 27-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. On first and 10, it's Hall. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here's Rodgers. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive one. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Again, it's Foreman. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
19 Lions.
Stroud looking to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, and it's the Colts who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium, and they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. Lamar Jackson has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Josh Allen has a touchdown pass. We've been treated to a strong performance by the former Longhorn Deontay Foreman. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaud.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
29-yard line. That's a gain of 7.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
2nd and 7. Foreman takes it, headed right. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Stroud out of the gun here. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Pulled in at the 24. Wiggles free. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston set to take over.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
On the handoff, here's Foreman.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands you're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Panther 11, Buffalo 18.
Now Stroud.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Stroud working out of the gun.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Take Dell
from 21 yards away.
And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he returns this to the 22. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Rodgers now on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've put.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
He finds Wilson. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Boy, so fourth down, you make the stop defensively short of the line to gain, but a roughing the passer penalty, well, that's going to hurt. Give them 15 yards and, more importantly, a first down.
On first down, Rodgers. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Going for the right side here, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. Now Rodgers.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football back at their own 17. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To throw is Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Rodgers now to throw. This is caught. They give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And this will be taken at the 13.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.